In this week's Parasha Bo, we encounter the very first mitzvah ever given to the Jewish people as a collective. A mitzvah which would transform not only Dor HaMidbar, the generation which came out of Mitzrayim, but indeed Jewish destiny and identity till this very day. In the beginning of chapter 12, it says, the pasuk we all know, HaChodesh Hazeh Lachem, this month will be for you. Rosh Chodashim, the head of all months. Rishon Hu Lachem L'Chodshei HaShana. Indeed, Yetziat Mitzrayim was so powerful that it would change the Jewish calendar. No longer is Tishrei the first month of the Jewish year, but indeed it is Nisan, the time we came out of Egypt. Secondly, and additionally, Rashi mentions that not only did Nisan become the first month of the year, but indeed the moon, the lunar calendar, now had significance. Nisan would be the first month, and it would only begin when the moon appears in its 28.5 day cycle. The chidush of the new moon and the novel idea of the new calendar. I believe this dual idea informs us until today about some of the most important ideas of what Jewish destiny is all about. You see, after such a long and dark time of slavery, it seemed impossible that the Jewish people could come out of Mitzrayim. But somehow, the impossible became possible, and the totally improbable became a reality. The long, dark winter of slavery would become the spring of hope for eternity. And indeed, this is the significance of the month of Nisan, always falling in the spring in the Northern Hemisphere, to teach us that after long, dark winters, hope springs eternal, and there is always a brighter future. This is exactly the same idea of the moon. After a long, dark night where the moon has now receded and seems to have disappeared forever, it immediately and every month returns to show that after the darkness of night, there is the light of hope for the future. So often we face quagmires and situations in our personal and collective lives where it seems that there's no hope and no future. But Rosh Chodesh, the appearance of the moon, and the month of Nisan at the time of spring remind us that no matter how bleak and dark the situation seems, indeed if the Jewish people have taught the world anything, that there is always hope. And whatever the reality, there is always rays of positivity and hope for a brighter future. Shabbat Shalom.